Hello guys, welcome to my first video. Today we're gonna cover the topic of self-worth and boundaries and what to do if people don't agree with your boundaries, they walk over you. Okay, so the first things first. Probably because you clicked on this video, you don't feel confident, you don't feel comfortable in your own skin, you're probably insecure. What we're gonna do is, your value is literally what you perceive yourself as. If you think you're worth much, then you're naturally gonna be much, and you're gonna be treated like much. I'll explain to you why in a minute. And if you're insecure, then people are gonna treat you like she's not secure, she doesn't know what you want, you can have friends, but it's not really gonna be anything because you people please and you let them drain your energy sometimes, even though why? You're literally giving yourself up for other people. That's what you're doing. You're people pleasing because otherwise you have nobody, for example. So, what I mean by if you have the worth of yourself, like a high value of yourself, why people will be treating you that way is because, look, if you are confident, you have your values and you know what you want, and if you're not getting that, you're gonna move on to the next person who can give you what you want. You're not gonna stay by the people that don't give you what you deserve, because you know your worth. You know that you're worth way and way more than that. So naturally, you are gonna be treated like you want to be treated. You're gonna move on to the people that want to give you what you deserve. And if you're setting a boundary, this is what I want and this is what I'm gonna get, people are gonna walk over them sometimes because they don't agree with you. But here's the thing, if they don't agree with your boundaries, you gotta send straight. You gotta say, this is my boundary, and if you don't accept my boundary, that's fine, because remember, other people have the right to do anything they want. But if they don't accept your boundary, if they are going over them, then you need to walk away. It's not their responsibility on how you feel, nothing. Their responsibility is by them, and your responsibility is by you. So, in order to get what you want, you have to leave people, and rather sit alone than with people that don't bring you anything, because they literally don't. If they are walking over your boundaries, girl, I'm sorry, but what are you doing? What are you doing? You're literally letting them drain your energy, because you do not want them to walk over you, because that gives you stress or it doesn't feel good or whatever. You let them take that energy from you. No, you walk away, because that's not the way to do it. And then you're sitting alone. But those people don't bring any value to your life if they are walking over your boundary like it's nothing. Look, there's a difference if someone does it unintentionally or intentionally. If someone does it unintentionally, then you can ask them, will you please not do that again, because I don't want that. And if they then walk over it again, then you should walk away. And there's a big difference, because people can just walk over your boundaries without knowing that you have those boundaries, and it's not their fault that they walked over your boundaries because they did not know. If you have certain boundaries you don't want people to cross, and you're afraid people are going to cross them because maybe it's in their personality or character, and you already are like, I think you're going to cross this boundary, you can tell them. It's your right to tell them. Don't feel embarrassed about anything. It's your right to tell them, I don't want this, and if you're gonna do this, I'm gonna walk away. And they can react how they want on that message. They can say, oh, you're walking away. Okay, that's weak, that's avoiding. Yeah, it's not weak, but that's the value you give to it. If you listen to them and are like, yeah, it's weak, maybe it's weak, okay, yeah, then maybe it's weak, and then maybe you're gonna feel insecure. But if you are like, okay, you can say that it's weak, you can think that it's weak, I know it's strong, I am protecting my boundary, and yes, it's avoiding because I don't want it, okay? You decide the value that you give to your words, that you give to your energy, that you give to anything. You decide your value. And don't let other people decide what you think. That doesn't mean you can't listen to advice, because if people are telling you something and you're like, oh yeah, that's like another perspective, I didn't think of that. Yeah, of course you can listen. But don't just let anything go into your mind without any filter. Don't, okay, this one person said this, I am going to do it that way because they said it. No. Just think. Think about it. What did they say? What do I think of it too? What do I relate to? What do I want? What do I, everything that you want. Everything you want to take from it, you can take from it. And anything you want to leave from it, you can leave from it. Other people might get disappointed if you do, because they want you to do something. Yeah, fine, get disappointed. I'm sorry, but you don't want to do that. No. And of course, for your loved ones, you can do certain things that you wouldn't do normally, but if there's something you don't want to do for them, then you're not gonna do that for them, There can be things that you don't want, that you wouldn't do normally, but you're doing that for your loved ones. But it must at all times be something you want to do for them. And don't do it because they want it from you and you absolutely don't want to do it, or you really don't want to do it, No. You decide. And if they get disappointed, I'm sorry, girl, but you gotta move on. I'm sorry to say it. I hate to break it to you. This happened to me too. Like, a loved one that did something to me. And, yeah, it was really hard for me, but I had to set that person completely out of my life. And let me tell you, that person was pretty much involved with my life, like, a lot. I couldn't, imagine the life without that person. So, I'm telling you, this is not some completely random advice. I have actually thought about this before I would put it online. This information is valuable, I think, because it protects you from the people that you would not want to have in your life, even if they can be so loving at times, and then it just all falls apart. Then you need to set that person out of your life, but it's really hard because you also want the love from that person, and that's not what you're gonna get back. So that can be really hard, but it's necessary in order for you to become who you want to be with the people that respect your boundaries. You are the only one who can create the environment around you with the people in it that you want. That's only your thing. You are responsible for that. And of course, it's not from one day to another day, and there can be lots of things that are hard. Because, like, if you're sitting alone, then it's not fun, of course. But being alone is better than to sit with people that you don't even want to have, because they walk over your boundaries. They don't listen to you. They don't make room for you, or whatever reason it is. If you don't like them, if they're not your true friends, why should you even spend time with them? Your time is valuable. But your time is only valuable if you start to believe that your time is valuable. Because if you don't have any value connected to your time, then of course it's not going to be valuable. Of course not. It's only what value you put into anything, literally. You know? If you value money over everything, then you go make money. You know? Do it your way. Yeah, do it. And if other people are like, oh, she's only focused on money, she doesn't want love, or whatever, you can either don't listen to them, or you can look, what are they saying? Okay, she values money. Yeah, she does. She doesn't want love or anything, she's only focused on the money. That's not true. And you need to know from the inside that that's true. You do value money over love. So what? It doesn't mean that you cannot give love, that you are not worthy of love or anything. No, you just put money before that. And that's something that you gotta accept about yourself, because you want that. And, you know, if other people don't accept that, move on. Literally, move on. There are no other words that I can say. No. Because what I said was kind of ironically, like, you need to accept that from yourself, that you want money over love. But that is, like, actually really true, because maybe you do not like the fact that you put money over love, but it's not something that comes from you, it's something that comes from others. Because others said to you, oh, she values money over love and shit like that. Then you're like, oh, that's not good. So then that's something you may not like about yourself as much. But that's not how it was, because you valued money over love. So before, you thought something different, and you let them get into your skin without even knowing it, maybe. But that's something that you need to learn, that you have to stand for your own desires, for your own things that you want to accomplish in life, yeah? And if you don't, then you're not gonna get it. You know? Look at the goals that you have, look at them. Are they realistic? Like, and then I mean that in a way of like, do you want to become a dinosaur? Then that's not realistic. But like, you can dream very big with it. If your dream is to become an actor and like make so much money and shit, you can accomplish that. Even if you're homeless or whatever, you can accomplish that. If you truly want that and you're gonna work hard for it, you're gonna get that. Yeah, it's possible. You know? If it's possible, you're gonna get it. That's just simply true. If you have the mindset, you're going to get it. If you, for example, like when you were in school, or maybe you're in school now, when you have a test, if you study hard, like really hard, like actually like you know everything in the book, then you're gonna get a high score. And if you didn't study at all, you may get a high score too, but you're more likely to get a lower score. You know? That's how it works. If you're determined to win, you're gonna win. And maybe not the first time, maybe not the second time, but if you want to win, you're gonna eventually win. I swear, you're gonna win.